Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you a full skincare routine. But this isn't just any old skincare routine. No. This is like my fail-safe, foolproof hyperpigmentation morning routine. Recently, I moved house, and let me tell you, that takes its toll on your skin. The change of environments, the stress, the lack of sleep, moving everything around. I have been breakout central, and I've used skincare to really calm those breakouts down. But they have left behind a little hyperpigmentation and some acne marks, particularly on the cheek and a little on the forehead. And we're looking to deal with those with this routine today. Recently, I shared with you my top 10 Korean skincare products for hyperpigmentation. I'm going to leave a link to that video up there. And this is kind of a follow-on from that. I'm going to share with you the ultimate routine for layering, pairing, and piecing all those favorites together to tackle those dark spots, the discoloration, and fade that hyperpigmentation. Sit back, relax, let's talk my ultimate hyperpigmentation routine. Now, before we get into today's video, I would love to know your own take on full skincare routines. Would you like to see more of them here on the channel? It's something that I'm planning on doing in the future, where when I talk about favorites, like I did in that Korean hyperpigmentation video, I want to follow on a few days later with a full routine using them. Because I think a common question I get is, a lot of people say they know what the best products are, but not necessarily how to layer and pair them for the best results. And hopefully this will help you guys out. If you want to see more full skincare routines here on the channel, let me know by leaving the heart emoji in the comments. The more hearts we get, the more full skincare routines we'll see, because I'd love to create the content that you guys most enjoy watching. If you want to continue to support me as a content creator, before we delve into things, don't forget to reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. These full skincare routines take a fair amount of editing, lighting, and all of that good stuff. So if you did feel inclined, honestly, those likes really do help me out, and I'm forever grateful. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So today we are using exclusively Korean skincare product. There are, of course, lots of other amazing hyperpigmentation treatments out there. So I pulled all my hyperpigmentation content together in a playlist, which again is linked up there. I'm going to link it in the description box below if you did want to check it out and explore the market in more detail. So I'm going to start out with a product that I use instead of cleansing. On a morning, I tend not to cleanse because, you know what, my skin just doesn't need it, but I do want something to kind of freshen everything up. So I'm going in with these. These are the Numbuzin Centella Relief Green Toner Pads. I find a pad like this just kind of helps freshen everything up, remove any residual light, debris, or any sweat that we've accumulated as we've slept, and yeah, it's a great way of not necessarily having to do a full cleanse. If I cleanse every morning and every evening, I find my skin gets a little dry, and dry skin is going to be more likely prone to hyperpigmentation. So a great way of just boosting levels of hydration is maybe taking out your morning cleanse and swapping it for something like this. All right, the glasses are going, but let me say, these, don't be intimidated by the colour of these. They're very green. That Centella gives them a very green vibe, which can be a little shocking. But actually, I love these for hyperpigmentation because they've got that Centella to calm and soothe, but they've also got licorice extract, which is like nature's brightening ingredient. They're so good. Keep them in the fridge if you want that ultimate cooling sensation. I absolutely love these. Now, if you're not in a rush and you've got plenty of time, one thing you could do with these is just pop them. Actually stick a few on the areas where you have hyperpigmentation, leave them on for 10 minutes, and they'll really just get to work on kicking the routine off right. Today we're doing this routine in one of my new bathrooms, and I'm trying it out. I'm trying to mix things up. I've always wanted a bathroom big enough to actually do a skincare routine, and I finally got that, so I thought, let's take advantage and do it. Now, do I think I'll film in here all the time? No, but it's nice to mix things up. I always use these pads on the back of the neck after I've done my face, just to, keep everything fresh. Take it down to the neck too, and yeah, they're so good. Don't let that vivid green coloration put you off. Some of the best toner pads I've ever used, and that licorice doing a lot of heavy lifting to kickstart the routine. Now, next I'm going to go in with this. This is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Rose Essence. If you've been around on the channel sometime, you'll know this crops up all the time in my routine videos because I just adore it. They do a rose version and they do a fragrance-free version. I love the rose. I think it adds, somehow it's more hydrating, and it definitely adds a little light sensorial. That rose is just stunning. Absolutely stunning, and I love it. So yes, definitely get that in your life if you like a nice hydrating toner. And this is packed full of galactomyces ferment, which is one of the best toner included ingredients for fading hyperpigmentation. That galactomyces ferment as an ingredient was actually discovered by accident in Japan many years ago and is the core ingredient in the SK2 essence that's like $100. This is $12, basically the same thing. Get yourself a dupe, cut the price of your skincare routine and still get that amazing hyperpigmentation fighting. And it does just, I don't know, it just wakes up the skin and gives a nice plumping. So I'm going to quickly apply, this is a bit of a cheat because this is definitely not a Korean skincare brand. This is the Allies of Skin Prebiotics and Niacinamide Pore Refining Booster. My pores are huge, absolutely huge, and this is the only thing that's ever worked on them. So I would recommend, if you're looking for a really great product to minimize the size of your pores, this is a phenomenal one and I use it every day. I know this is a Korean skincare video and this is not a Korean skincare brand, but I just don't want to go one day without it because it's the only thing that works. It is on the pricey side because it's Allies of Skin. Do have a discount code for them, as I do for some of these products, which I'll link in the description alongside the links for where you can purchase them all. But that will get you 20% off, which brings the price down. However, if your budget won't stretch to Allies of Skin, you could always use the new ordinary, like balancing and clarifying serum, which kind of does something similar. Not as powerful, but does do something similar. And I covered that in a video, which again, I'll link up there. Check that out. I think that's a more affordable option. I don't think it works quite as well as the Allies of Skin one, but you know, if you're on a budget or you don't want to pay Allies of Skin prices, that one is really, really good. So, now we're going to use a little treatment for tranexamic acid. Tranexamic acid, one of my favourite ingredients for fading hyperpigmentation, reducing inflammation in the skin. Now people often say to me, does tranexamic acid actually get into the skin and do anything beneficial? There's been some debate around whether that's actually the case. Now there are no scientific studies which show concretely it doesn't, and the anecdotal data that people share say they've got great results from it. I'm one of those people that will say tranexamic acid has made a big difference in my skincare routine. So if you're someone that thinks maybe I'm a bit skeptical about how effective it can be, definitely follow the science, but also follow people's experience. Tranexamic acid has worked great for me over the years since incorporating it in my skincare routine, and I'd never be without it. And so I'd say go for an affordable serum that doesn't break the bank and gets you that fix of tranexamic acid. This is the Mary & May Tranexamic Acid and Glutathione Eye Cream. I use this all over the face. It's cheap, it's affordable, I use this all over the face, and I only use a little bit. So I'll tend to go in with that amount, and I'll just work it across the face. I will put some under the eye because, you know, it is an eye cream, but you can absolutely use it all over the face. Nice and hydrating. Works really, really well. Now, with this, we'll say it's got a small amount of fragrance. So if you're someone that likes your skincare fragrance free or doesn't like a scent to anything, then you could use the Skin 1004 Brightening Ampule instead, which again, I'll leave an image of it here and I will link it in the description. This, I think the Mary & May one I enjoy the most because it's got that glutathione, which is going to double down on that hyperpigmentation fighting. One of the best ingredients to use. But if you don't like the fragrance, that Skin 1004 is a great fragrance-free dupe. This just feels so good on the skin. Now, whilst that's just drying in, I'm going to go in with this. I mentioned this in the Korean hyperpigmentation video, and I know lots of people have tried it and are loving it. This is the Torridon Solid In Lip Essence. I actually use a little of this under the eye. It's packed full of ceramides. It's also got some calming and soothing ingredients. Use the tiniest amount, like the smallest amount possible, and just kind of pat it under the eye. It'll boost the barrier function, help minimize inflammation, and I find this is like one of the best ways of smoothing out the crow's feet, the 11s, and kind of anything going on untoward, any signs of aging under the eye. Now, I don't think aging is untoward. It happens to all of us, and I'm just someone that always likes to promote looking your absolute best, no matter what age you happen to be. I am almost 40, and so yes, I have crow's feet, and yes, I want to tackle them. And this works really, really well. Again, I shared a little bit more info on this hack, how it works and why it works, in a video which I'm going to leave a link up to up there. Check that out if you want to explore it more. But yeah, just tapping this in, I find to work so well. It is a lip balm, so you know, it never harms to put a little on the lips too. Show them a little love, and yeah, it is so good. It's a sort of lip balm you only need to put on a morning and on an evening. Don't need to use it during the day because it just lasts forever. So everything seems to be sinking in well, so I'm going to go in with a little of this. This is the Medipeel Peptide 9 Volume Bio Tox. It's a peptide infused collagen serum, which definitely plumps. It definitely hydrates, and it's some of my favorite ingredients, including azuraline, for again just targeting dynamic fine lines and wrinkles. Some of the peptides in here will also help even out skin tone, minimize hyperpigmentation. So it's like anti-aging, hyperpigmentation fighting, and plumping. It's like the best serum. And I think I paid like £14 for it, something like that. Anyway, it's ridiculously cheap, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. And again, I shared all of the information about it and why I love it so much in a recent video, which again, I'll link up there. I realize I'm linking a lot, but I feel like sometimes if we're going to fall down a skincare rabbit hole, it might as well be joined up and kind of flow. So hopefully by, going off on a tangent with a few videos here and there, it'll help you explore the products I'm using in a bit more detail. I mean, it's totally up to you if you want to watch them or not, but that's why I do link them there in case people... I'm going to say fall down the skincare rabbit hole in a strategic way, because all those videos at least link to what you're watching now. So yeah, that bliss feels so good, and I feel like I'm finally in the home straight of this routine. Don't need 1,000,001 steps in order to achieve some great hyperpigmentation fighting. At this point I would normally put on some vitamin C. Yes, you can use vitamin C alongside that peptide serum that I've just used. The peptides in there are encapsulated, you're all good. But I'm going to skip vitamin C because last night I used this, which is the PSA Skin Follow the Light Mask, which has a high dose vitamin C. It's like a bit like of a brightening facial, and the next day I always skip my vitamin C because I don't want to overdo it on the skin. If I was using vitamin C, it would be this one. This is the V Green Vitamin C Ampule. Beautiful. It's a blend of vitamin C derivative, pure form vitamin C, so you get all the maximum strength with a lot less side effects and irritation. And don't forget, when it comes to fading hyperpigmentation, yes, you want your products to pack a punch, but if you use things that are too sensitizing and irritating on the skin, that can actually trigger more hyperpigmentation, because our skin, when inflamed and irritated, hyperpigments. So keep it calm, keep it in equilibrium. I'm going to skip my vitamin C today, but this is the one I would use and I just use one pump. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to come on to the two final products, and now I'm going to apply this, which is snail mucin. This will shock a few people out there. I know there's a lot of people out there that are always baffled by the fact I rarely use snail mucin, and it's because I've never found one that I actually like. This though is the K-Secret Sol 1988 Essence Snail Mucin and Rice Essence. I like this one because it's not sticky and it's not tacky. The CosRX one, I'm sorry, it feels like a snail's crawling across your face. I don't want that. This is so much, it's got a higher concentration than that CosRX anyway, and the rice is calming and soothing. And it's that anti-inflammatory rice that I'm really using this for, because again, minimizing inflammation minimizes the risk of hyperpigmentation recurring, keeping it all in equilibrium. One thing I'd like to say, like a theme throughout this video, is treating our skin with kindness. I might have just had a breakout, but instead of going back to my own teen self where I'd have scrubbed, rubbed, if it wasn't red, it wasn't working, was my theory when it came to my face. No, it's all about calm, equilibrium. That way, you're not going to be creating hyperpigmentation, you're actually going to be solving it. And finally, I'm going to go in with this, which is, again, same brand, K-Secret, Pine Tree and Ceramide Sunscreen. I love this sunscreen. It's so nice. Now, when it comes to sunscreen, let me just take a brief moment to share how I apply sunscreen. I don't want to see anybody doing that horrible 3-finger method where it all drips down your finger and you see everyone doing it online. That is garbage. I don't know who decided that was a good idea. It's not. It's way too much sunscreen to apply all in one go, and that's why you look like a hot mess after you've done it. So if you see people doing that 3-finger method, no, there's no need. You can just apply your sunscreen in a more, let's just say in a more measured way. So put a decent amount on, and that's going to be depend person to person. I always say to people, don't stress your sunscreen. Just know that by applying sunscreen every morning, you're doing better than like 90% of the world's population who don't. And so don't beat yourself up about the application. Make sure that it looks good on the skin and that you're enjoying it. So I'll go in with an amount like that, probably 1 finger length's worth if you were wanting to measure it like that, and I'll work it in. I'll work it. Don't forget the tops of your ears, tops of your eyes. These are the areas that are seeing an increase in skin cancer rate, so make sure you cover those and work it in. Now, I don't rub. I just gently use it. And I use this because it's so nice as a moisturiser too. Now I will let that sink in. I'll let it do its work and sink in for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'm going to go in with the exact same amount with another layer. By doing it in 2 layers as opposed to 1, you get double benefits. First of all, if you miss a layer, if I miss an area on the first pass, I can then catch that on the second pass, so nothing gets missed. It also sinks in better. If you're just piling 3 finger lengths worth of product, it starts out as 2 finger lengths and then people somehow transform it into 3 finger lengths. If you're piling that onto the skin, it's never going to sink in. It's never going to synergize. It's just going to look like a thick, gloopy mask, and we are not all about that. So, 1 layer, perfection. Wait 2-3 minutes, go put the kettle on, come back, put another layer on. Trust me, this will be the secret to effective sunscreen application where you actually look like you, not like an ashy, greasy, horrible mess. I have Abby Young, who's one of my favourite content creators here on the platform. I'll link her channel in the description. Adore her. I have her to thank for this hack. She put me onto it and I was like, yes. So if you see anyone doing the 3-finger gloopy method, no, just no. That much product all in once, never going to be a success. So yeah, just 2 layers is all you need. I'm going to give it a solid 2 minutes. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that, and that will be my skin protected. And I can already I feel like me now. I put all my skincare on and I feel like me. The skin is glowy, it's bouncy, hydrated and protected. And you know what? Yes, I've got hyperpigmentation. Yes, we've got, dark spots and acne marks, but I don't think people are going to notice that. If you're glowing to the gods when you walk out the door, I don't think anyone's going to notice that. And these will fade in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then we will be all good. So I'd say that when it comes to hyperpigmentation. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everyone's got it. It's a part of what makes us, basically. Everyone has dark spots and discoloration. It's all about treating the skin with kindness, using effective skincare, and hopefully in this video, sharing with you how to layer and pair for the best results. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And before I go, I just want to share with you on the back here, this is my shower wash. This is the Dove shower wash. Did we know Dove now completely cruelty-free? They are certified and PETA approved or whatever, fully cruelty-free, which I love. And that one is also vegan if you're living a plant-based lifestyle. So if you want a really affordable body wash, that Dove one, really good. And another great brand that's gone cruelty-free, which I want to applaud in 2024. Let's just hope more brands do the same. So we'll just give a shout out to that while it's lurking in the background. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.